Some of the area's biggest contributors were honored during last night's Scottsbluff Gering Chamber of Commerce annual banquet. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, a trio of individuals whose contributions to the Valley go above and beyond were honored Thursday at the Scottsbluff Gering United Chamber of Commerce banquet. Rural Radio Network's Kendra Feather was the recipient of the 2021 Trailblazer Award. Lisa Weborg, who owns both Steel Grill locations, the Weborg Center and Hotel 21, was the recipient of the 2021 Visionary Superstar Award, and Bluff's physical therapy owner Mike Moravec was honored with the Chamber's Rising Star Award. Feather accepted the award and dedicated it to her father.
He worked for Simons. He's one of the Simon brothers. So for me, he was really a trailblazer for 17 years. He wouldn't move fast. He called himself Speedy Gonzalez, but he wouldn't move very fast with his MS. But he always got to the other end and never ever complained about his health. But everything else, he was kind of Archie Bunker-like. And we were raised kind of like boys. We had to work hard. So I hope that I taught that to my family. And like someone like Mike, his family suits up for Thanksgiving in the Valley. I'm very grateful. I don't think Lisa Weborg has ever told me no when I've had something to go to her with. So.
During the business portion of the meeting, John Marshall took over as the chair of the chamber from now past chair Jerry Goodman. The awards given out during the annual event at the Gering Civic Center last night. Well, students in Bridgeport had the opportunity to hear on a variety of topics and have some educational fun during the high school's annual Innovation and Safety Day. Yesterday, 7th through 12th graders rotated through a variety of presentations and activities throughout the day, including virtual simulators from the Nebraska National Guard and the WNCC Virtua Simulator and guest speakers. Principal George Schlotthauer said the day was a good learning experience for students and teachers alike. He tells us the hope is that the students take away messages on how to navigate their world and that there are a variety of career opportunities ahead of them.
Chuck Elliott is here talking about drug trends and respecting yourself, and Officer Flick is going to be speaking on sex trafficking. We also have Lori Besucker from ESU 13 speaking on internet safety with the kids and talking with their phones and the different things to be aware of and to be careful of.
We'll have more news right after this.
The journey of a dream becoming reality. When we're young, a dream develops into a passion. That passion continues to manifest and grows as you do. It becomes all you want to do and all you want to be. It gives you direction. It drives you. Then, your dream has become a reality. When that dream is ready to be reality, Platte Valley Bank will be with you every step of the way.
Life Care promises us that we are looked after and taken care of properly.
If I didn't have Life Care, I would be probably scared to death about having enough money for when I got older or when I got sick.
Moving in here was an easy decision and in fact a no-brainer. I looked at it as actually buying long-term care insurance, and in retrospect, a good move.
One of the things that convinces me that we did the right thing is no matter what happens, we will constantly be taken care of.
The whole thing is just vital because you don't have to be worried about what's ahead for you. It's there, it's in black and white, and that's reassuring.
This is home. It has been from the day I moved in.
Welcome back. Unified Command confirming 697 new COVID cases, including 423 here in Scottsbluff County during their weekly briefing. PPHD confirming 8 additional COVID-related deaths with an additional 20 pending verification. Health officials say the Panhandle's 40.5% vaccination rate is third lowest in Nebraska when broken down by public health district. PPHD Executive Director Kim Engel says while the Panhandle has outlets for COVID testing, free at-home COVID testing will soon be widely available. Well, the number of virus hospitalizations statewide exceeds the level that was supposed to trigger new restrictions from the state, but Governor Pete Ricketts said those are not needed because hospitals are already limiting surgeries to preserve capacity. State health officials had said they would issue new directed health measures restricting surgeries when COVID-19 cases filled more than 15% of Nebraska's hospital beds on average. At the start of this week, that 7-day average stood at 17.3%. State health officials said 741 people were hospitalized with COVID-19 as of Wednesday. That's up significantly since late December when 445 people were hospitalized. And federal, state, and local law enforcement agencies in Nebraska have formed a coalition to combat what they say is the #1 drug threat in both rural and urban communities across the state, methamphetamine. The agencies are taking part of a 2-day drug forum in Kearney as a way to exchange ideas on how to best deal with the problem. Interim U.S. Attorney for the District of Nebraska, Jan Sharp, says in the 90s, law enforcement was mostly dealing with biker gangs and individuals who were using unsophisticated methods to make meth.
All of that has changed. You don't see the biker gangs involved in this. You don't see the local meth labs. But nonetheless, we are awash in meth. And it's something that we hear over and over and over across the state of Nebraska. Our #1 drug problem is meth.
Sharp says the methamphetamine that arrives in Nebraska today is distributed and sold by gangs that routinely use guns and violence to conduct their illegal activities. He says law enforcement officials are attacking the problem in a concerted approach with local, state, and federal agencies. Well, coming up after the break, Bill Boyer's in with your weekend weather forecast. You'll have that in just 90 seconds.
What a year 2020 was. Now's the time to get out and travel this summer to see family and friends you were not able to see this last year. Spend more time enjoying your trip by flying United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with daily flights to and from Denver. Reserve your flight today and remember United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flights. While at the airport, stop and enjoy authentic Italian food at Roma Italian Restaurant. And don't forget, Thrifty Car Rental is here for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and hitch a ride with your BFF, Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
Welcome to Kelly's, home of the Valley's best selection of wine, spirits, and beer. Whether you're brand loyal to the tried and true brew or really enjoy trying something different and new, Kelly's has something for everyone. Family owned and operated and right on your way on West 27th Street in Scottsbluff. Kelly's Liquor. If you can't find it at Kelly's, it's not worth drinking.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the KNEB Storm Center, your trusted source for weather.
Much quieter across the area as we go through the evening hours. Wind's going to die down, get under 10 miles an hour as we get towards sunrise tomorrow. But we have a really great weekend coming our way. Get out and enjoy the next couple of days. It turns windy by Monday. Start to get a little cooler Tuesday, and then Wednesday, Thursday look much colder, and we do see some accumulating snows coming here to the high plains. 38 yesterday for a high after a morning low of 17. We added a few degrees to that today. Nothing in the rain gauge. This is probably where we're going to end the month of January at about 7/10. That's still about double what we should have, and certainly something that we need as the drought conditions continue here across the area. Is we're in very high drought, severe drought conditions across a large portion of the area. The extreme drought conditions have went further south into Colorado, but the good news is that area actually picked up some beneficial snows this week, and hopefully we're going to start to see an improvement in the drought conditions here across the region. 30s in most of the Cornhusker State, a few low 40s out there. Colder conditions well off to the northeast and southwest of us in the high country. Looks like 41 in Chadron and Torrington and Mullen and Scottsbluff is the warmest temps we have right now. 32 in Kimball, 33 right now in Cheyenne. Winds about 10 to 15 miles an hour, gusting at times up in that 20, 25 mile an hour range. Stronger gusts right along the wind-prone areas of eastern Wyoming. And you can see we have temperatures, wind chills that aren't in the 40s. They're down in the 20s and 30s here across the region. It's going to be a very boring futurecast as we go across the area. Just a few clouds out there. That's all as we go through the overnight hours. And we're going to see low temperatures tonight fall down into the 20s. Some areas maybe only down to 30. Now tomorrow we reset the day and have a sunny, quiet Saturday. And an absolutely beautiful day. Winds won't be as strong tomorrow as they were today. Sunshine abound, and we're going to see temps that climb up into the 50s tomorrow. Again, a beautiful day coming our way. As you see, temps mostly in the 50s for all of us. Few areas with some heavier snow cover, maybe still in the 40s. But most of us should get into the mid-50s, even some upper 50s sneaking in there. And we may even add a little bit to that as we go into Sunday. But here's what's coming. This starts off the month of February on Tuesday and into Wednesday. You'll notice the European model has moderate snows from portions of the Panhandle down into eastern portions of Kansas and then southwestern portions of Nebraska. That particular area is where the heavier snow falls with the European model. Now, the American model pushes that a little further to the north and brings that heavier snow band across most of Nebraska and even heavier snows there in the Omaha-Lincoln area. So, again, both models picking up on some light to moderate snowfalls. We'll keep an eye on it for you. Certainly looks like we're going to have some snow. How much of that overrunning snow is still in question, but we do know much colder temperatures are definitely on the way as we start February. Clear, quiet tonight, 28 for a low tomorrow. Gorgeous sunshine, not as windy. 55 out there, beautiful weather. Take a look at our 7-day forecast. We hold in the 50s Sunday and even into Monday. Windy, though, by Monday, and then much colder as we start Tuesday into the 30s. Snow develops late Tuesday, continues into Wednesday for Groundhog Day. And look at that, a low of 12 Tuesday night and only up to 15 on Wednesday. Sub-zero temperatures look possible. Definitely Wednesday night, only in the 20s Thursday, 30s by Friday, so that cold air does retreat a little bit. But from Tuesday on, we're back into much colder conditions than what we're going to see this very nice weekend.
Logos in Gering is the place to get all of your school spirit gear, personalized gifts, and promotional items for your business and employees and banners for any special event. Logos is also the only place to stop for custom screen printing or embroidery. You can even design it yourself on their interactive website. Stop into Logos today. They'll design it, print it, and have it to you in no time. There's no job too big or small for Logos. That's Logos in Gering.
The Evergreen Credit Card by FNBO. Earn unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase. Every day. Everywhere. Never worry about expiring points or category restrictions. Plus, there's no annual fee. Only from the Great Big Small Bank. A bank ever ready for you to earn more. Wherever life leads. Evergreen by FNBO.
Welcome back. A pair of Lexington sisters got a big surprise this week when their brother returned home from deployment. Birthdays, holidays, graduations, and more. After nearly a year deployed overseas, U.S. Army Reserve Specialist Alan Castaneda wanted to make up for some of those important family moments that he missed while serving, especially for his younger sisters, Priscilla and Leslie. Castaneda contacted the Military and Veterans Success Center at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, where staff helped arrange for Castaneda to make the classroom visits for each of his younger sisters, now college students at Nebraska.
I'm in shock right now. I haven't seen him in so long. And I'm so happy and I'm so glad you're safe.
I wanted to surprise them because I went to 7 months of training and I missed my first sister's graduation.
He's kind of the life of the party, so with him being gone, it just wasn't really the same.
This deployment came up and then I missed the second sister's graduation.
So it's been pretty hard, but then, we support him.
And these two have been at all my soccer games, college. They've seen all my graduations in the Army, college, and high school. And it's like, I'm like missing a bunch of birthdays and all that, so the least I could do is surprise them.
You know, when we came back to college, it was just my sister and I, so we can only miss him or text him. But now that he's back, it's gonna be even better. I love you.
Castaneda left for a mission in Kuwait, Qatar, and Afghanistan in February of 2021. Prior to that deployment, he spent several months in Massachusetts and Connecticut helping with the COVID-19 response. We'll have more news right after this.
The Evergreen Credit Card by FNBO. Earn unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase. Every day. Everywhere. Never worry about expiring points or category restrictions. Plus, there's no annual fee. Only from the Great Big Small Bank. A bank ever ready for you to earn more, wherever life leads. Evergreen by FNBO.
Well, let's take a peek at what's happening on your weekend community calendar. The community calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. First State Bank is now Riverstone Bank. Community strong with the same people you know and trust.
Find out what convenient really means at the Western Travel Terminal. Start with our great selection of food and drinks, from for real milkshakes and fresh brewed coffee to snacks and hot food. Next, check out our beer and spirits with their everyday low prices. Finally, let us work for you with our full-service gas station and automatic truck and car wash. All this can be found at 822 South Beltline in Scottsbluff. Western Travel Terminal, your convenient shopping, restaurant, and full-service gas leader.
Swipe right, swipe left, endlessly searching. Finding the perfect match isn't always perfect, but it can be when it comes to finances. Nora found the perfect business loan. Jenny opened her first savings account. Grammy loves her checking account. We found a match for Wilson Farms. The Sandersons were matched with a mortgage. Regardless of your financial situation, Platte Valley Bank will match you with the perfect solution. Find your match at Platte Valley Bank.
And finally tonight, last fall, 2 new rescue puma cubs were brought to Scottsbluff's Riverside Discovery Center. Now that the duo are acclimated to their new home, staff at the zoo say they are in great need for names, of course. This week, the zoo announced a naming contest for the 2 cubs. The choices for their names include Pinky and the Brain, Felix and Milo, Kyle and Chad, Snickers and Twix, or Mateo and Diego. Voting will take place inside the zoo entrance all February long. Both pumas can be seen in their outdoor exhibit at the RDC near the other big cats. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great weekend. Stay safe out there. We'll see you here next time.